This is Octorara Area School
For
Board
anyone
meeting, August
unaware,
21st, 2023.
The district is involved in 2 legal actions concerning Mr. John Ryan Miller, a federal civil suit, and he was arrested on our campus in September for criminal trespass and possession of a weapon on school grounds. I'm presenting an email to the board and the public. Miller provides this email and its string of forwarding actions amongst his filings in the federal civil suit. It shows Mr. Falgator, in a breach of confidentiality, forwarded an email sent by former Superintendent Dr. Orner.
Mr. Falgator
The
is
email was on
an
the topic
officer
of
with
school
East Whiteland
safety
Police
and
Department.
security. Mr. Falgator forwarded this email from his Octorara email account to his personal email account. Within 3 minutes, through another intermediary email account, it was in Miller's hands. Mr. Falgator forwarded this email, knowing Miller had been arrested on our campus and awaiting trial for the criminal trespass and weapon charges. The public handout is 1 page, as the body of Dr. Orner's email isn't included because of its sensitive content. Start near the bottom. You see the original email header from Dr. Orner to only the board from March 2022. For the board handout, look to the bottom left for Dr. Orner's email header. The board copy has the pages side by side. Reading up the page, on February 8th, 2023, Mr. Falgator forwarded this email twice. First to his personal account, then within 1 minute, he forwarded it from his personal account to an email address of Whizwit. The unknown Whizwit then forwarded to Miller. All of this in 3 minutes. Mr. Falgator, you've breached confidentiality. You've done so with sensitive information on the safety and security of our school. Through your action, the person arrested on our campus and awaiting trial received this information, all in a matter of minutes. That's all I have to say.
I have a question. Do we know or have the ability to know whether or not this may have been part of a right-to-know request that may have been denied? Do we have the ability to find that out?
I don't know. I don't know if it was or not. But if it was a right to know discovery, then it wouldn't have the information outside our domain. It would just have the one forward. It wouldn't have Tony's forward to Whizwit or the Whizwit to Ryan Miller.
No, what I'm getting at, the original email, I'm sorry, Michelle, if the original email would have been a request, because as I recall back then, they were coming in fast and furious, some of the right to know. If the original right to know request in that email was part of the ones that Jeff may have denied.
Oh. I don't
even know if that's retrievable at this point.
Well, he keeps right to know records.
Somebody would have that, and what I don't know if that would have fallen under that. If you can specifically say, emails over a certain period of time, or however that went down. We're unlike most boards. We don't really get delved into that right to know request too often on either who's requiring them or requesting them.
It's an interesting question though, because
it would shed a different light in this to a degree.
on the intent behind it, right?
I don't know. I would like to know the answer to that. I don't know if you can even find that out.
Well, we have a new right to know.
Yes, snippy new right to know request.
Just for my edification, could you tell me where all this came from, Brian? Like this is in document 299-2. It's an exhibit that Miller filed back on June 23rd. It is his supporting exhibit for his amended complaint. This email string appears 3 times in Miller's materials, twice in this document and once in his exhibit supporting his supplemental complaint. So he uses this in 3 locations.
So this is public information, this information.
It's on the Pacer website, right? Yes, sorry to cut you off. Do you want to
Okay,
finish
so,
your question?
no.
That
So
was
it's
my
just
question.
that it's a public, this is information that anyone can obviously go to and get, because it's public.
You
Well,
have to get
Pacer.
a Pacer ID,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can query the Pacer data.
You know, the only, I'm like challenged to not even, to know how to even respond, because, you know, being on the board as long as I've been on the board, board directors have not all agreed on things over the course of the years. But I felt as if I've trusted the confidentiality, like anything, there was confidentiality that was kept within the board for matters that were allowed to be confidential, whether they were the safety and security, personnel, issues that were deemed confidential, we kept them confidential. So it's kind of like it's a real breach of that trust.
Disturbing. Say it.
I don't even know what to say other than it's something that I don't know. Has it happened before? I don't know. It just makes